Connecting now. Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, clearly.
Yeah. Yes. So my name is Olamide and I'm a digital marketer.
My
I
boss.
also play the role play the role of a product marketing manager and a strategist as well. So how did my journey begin? I'm going to say something very shocking, right? I know there's only music artists, footballers, um, visual artists, and those people that have like some entertaining talents in quotes. That always say that their journey started from when they were kids. Most musicians they say they were born with this skill,
Exactly. They've been
and
singing since 4 years.
yes, exactly. But as a digital marketer, you cannot really say that because it feels like you have to learn some things. But for me, I feel like it almost felt like he's like in it, and this is what I mean. Um, Growing up, when I'm going to use something very funny as well to describe this. When we're growing up, when boys want to write letters to girls in secondary school, we're bad children. We want to write letters to girls. They used to go and get all these love. Then we used to have notes that they used to write about love text that you can send to people. Then we used to have books about lyrics, so you can copy lyrics and send it as a letter to a girl. Or we had text message notes that people used to copy text from to send to girls then. I was never one of them. Me used to come naturally. The moment I like someone or whatever, I just pick my pen and paper and I write stuff. And and yes, it was not refined. It was very crude, but that's how it started for me. So one day, one thing that I remember properly was after I left secondary school. I was in Ibadan, and I was the one guy like this. One guy I used to look up to. He was my age mate, or he was a year older, but he was just a sweet guy. Like you want to be like him as a young person because girls were always around him as well. He had guys liked him too. He had this thing about him. And then one day he wanted to send a message to a girl, and he had this brain. Okay, he could not come up with anything. And I was like, let me help you. And I was like, you cannot do what I want you to do. Like I want to write something very nice. It was almost sent via text then. I remember. He's like, let me write it. And he said, I said, you should give him his phone and let me type. He said, no, I should not take his phone. I should go and write it somewhere. And I should give it to him that if he likes it, he would definitely use it. I said, okay, no, voila. His name is Victor. He's late now anyway. He was my very good friend. And he said, and I went to write it. Yeah, he said I should write it. And I went to write it. And when I gave him to him, I realized that for like 1 minute, he did not say anything. And then afterwards, he said, he doesn't think he will use it. And I was like, oh, maybe I didn't do well, right? And I left it. So it was after like almost a year that he told me that the girl he was dating then was a letter I gave him and made the girl say yes. Technically.
Wow.
So Shewa then, and what the girls did. Away from that, I also had when I was in the uni as well. I used to go to a class with one guy as well. I think I should mention this people's name because the person I'm about to mention next, you know him. Anyway, I'll mention his name. Dimeji. He had this girl that he liked then too, and he didn't know what to tell her and all of that. For almost 2 weeks, I was an imposter. I was the one typing to the girl for 2 weeks until they started dating. So all that, I didn't know I had the marketing skill all those times. I was just helping people come up with content. Literally, that was content, right? You're comparing two good things. So I didn't know. I just was just doing my thing. And then when I finished school, okay, yeah, we had this magazine in school as well. I was running a magazine with some guys in school. I wasn't really doing content then. I was just doing basic helping the company move forward, creating some content. So it was not really serious. It was just little because our content then were always aggregated content. So we used to get the content from people and then we'll mash it up. We interview people, they give us stuff and then we'll post. So it wasn't like we were creating content from the scratch. The only thing we were creating was the questions we wanted to ask. And there were templates everywhere for that. So we didn't need to create something new. So when I finished school, I was working with my friends. We had this brand called UV Mobile Ibadan. Then I went to Lautech anyway. Yeah, nobody should judge me for going to LATEX because it's not my fault. It was my fault. It was not my fault. And we had this company running called Tmowale, and I was the head of operations. And as head of operations, I was in charge of a lot of things in the farm. But I was creating website content without knowing, like UI UX writing technically. Do you get what I mean? Writing copies for the website, but it was not a lot for me then. It was just like I was doing something normal. I didn't think about it as digital marketing at all. I studied geology in school, so it had nothing to do with digital marketing as well. Nothing. And then when I was done with school, that's when my problem started. I went for NYSC instead of going to learn digital marketing because I did not know how the skill. I went to go and do as a part-time course. I went to do health and safety, HSC, health safety and environment. I went to do it. I was deceiving myself.
Offline.
I was deceiving myself. And then after school, after NYSC, after all the razzmatazz, basically, it was time to face life. And then, I started looking for a bank job. In fact, I even almost said I should get retained as a government worker at Alausa. Yeah. I wanted to do government job. God knows what I would have done if I'd done it. Anyway, and then it didn't work out. Luckily, it did not work out. And that's why sometimes some things you feel like are disappointments. Like you never know what those things turn out to be. It might be the biggest lessons you ever had. If I had done government job, my innate skill, my talent would have died. Technically, would have died.
And the funny thing is, you didn't know it was a skill. You thought it was an hobby then. So
I just thought it was an hobby. I just thought it was just something I liked doing. Like writing stuff was just normal for me. And then 2018 was a very tough year for me. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life and all of that. And then, I already had history of creating content, right? But it wasn't like anything I wanted to do at that time. So eventually, at the end of 2018, mind you, 2018, I went to learn barbing.
You were that
confused. I went to learn barbing. I was so confused. I went to learn barbing. I learned barbing for like 2 months. I went to learn barbing because I just did not know what to do. Like I was so confused. I did not know anything. And I'm feeling like God and the angels are looking at me like, guy, I was giving you everything you used to eat in this life. Why are you stressing your life for everyone's sake?
So I want to cut in. Please, can I cut in?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's very difficult for an average youth to know the exact skill they have in them or the exact thing they can do with their life? Everybody, almost everybody, some people might not pass through that stage, probably because of the kind of family they have or the kind of environment they got themselves in. But what are the basic principles or for someone to discover him or herself without going through so much of a struggle? I think, in fact, personally, I spent almost like 2 years trying to figure my life. I'm not sure I've figured everything out, but at least I know a light of where I want to go now. But there was a time too, I really didn't know anything. And I know a lot of people are like that. Why do we always have to go through that phase where we don't know what we want to do with our life?
Honestly, so many things. And it's not just a Nigerian problem, it's worldwide, right? Everybody, when you get to a particular stage, there's a stage of confusion. And what causes it majorly, for my own, like the way I see it is, we're not self-aware.
Very correct.
There is so much noise everywhere. Let me give you an example. You go somewhere and one guy says he's a banker. You go to another place, one guy says he's a doctor. You go to another place and he's an engineer. And then when somebody says something like that, you start picking it up. Okay, do I have that talent with maths, for example? Can I do this, for example? And naturally you get confused because there's so much noise that everybody's telling you what they want to do or what they are doing that you forget who you are, technically. Another thing again is trends. Trends affect us. Now, if you've noticed, a lot of people are now digital marketers. A lot of people are now software developers. A lot of people are now all those things because of trends, right? Because everybody's saying if you want to make it in life now, you have to become a tech bro.
Exactly.
Can you see me?
I can hear you, bro.
So do you understand where I'm coming from? So we are not self-aware. We drop our self-awareness the moment something goes wrong. Everybody was born with a gift. We all have to understand. Every single human was born with a gift. The question is your gift supposed to make you loads of money, or is your gift supposed to help you or help people get better with their lives? But we are all focused on our gifts helping us make money. And I don't blame everybody. So self-awareness is the first problem. We forget ourselves the moment the noise takes over.
When we talk about self-awareness, should we tag that as a basic responsibility of an institution? Probably the school we attend, the church we attend, the family we came up from. Because I think personally for me, I used to tell my guys that if you knew me from my secondary school days and you see what I've become today, you'll be shocked. Me say I'm shocked because all those kind of things, it has enticed me actually. Jet Club, debaters, when they are doing it, I'm like, I like the way they bought. I didn't believe I could do anything near that until when I got to school and my fellowship, I was getting a little exposure, getting to meet people. Some people, okay, the question still remains that is there anybody responsible for our awareness, self-awareness? How do I get to even get aware of who I am?
Self-aware. So I don't think it should be, I don't think we should pin it down on a particular institution or people. Should they help us? Yes. As a parent, one of the things you should do is watch your child properly. I know it's difficult because you have to go to work in the morning and come back at night exhausted.
Yeah.
But one of the ways you can help your child. My mom told me eventually that she always knew that I used to like words, but she never knew what it was. And they made me go to science class. One science class. Let me give you an example. For me, again, I always loved geography. Now, let me tell you where geography and digital marketing, when there are a lot parallel, where they meet. Geography gives you the chance to express yourself. So there's no one answer for a question. Like it's like maths now. Calculation, you must get a figure, 12. If 12 is the answer, you must get 12.
Okay, yeah.
Geography, however, you can explain your way to the answer. Like even if it doesn't look like that's the answer that the teacher was looking for, you can explain the stuff in a way that the teacher will say, okay, he knows what he's saying. So for me, I mean, if someone finds out about this, I can get arrested. The day I did GC geography, I wrote so much. I mean, let's go. I'm not getting arrested one day. The point is, I have always liked explaining things. Always liked it. My mom told me she knew that I used to like writing, but she didn't understand it. She just felt like, okay, he's doing something, right? So it's not. I can't say we should just pin it on our parents because they themselves have their own struggles, right? But they can help. Your parents can help. Teachers around you can help. The older ones in the society can help. And when they pick out something, I think another problem with those people is that they always pay attention to some other skills. So they always pay attention to football, to music, to art, to acting. They don't pay attention to the other things.
Very
Do you get what I'm saying? So when they see other skills, they don't know what it is.
Yes, no definition for
If it's not
it.
like you can raise football, yeah. It's not like you can raise football 29 times in 3 seconds. They don't know that. They know that, okay, if you can raise football, like in a particular way, they say, okay, this one has football skills or something, things like that. But you get what I mean? So they don't know what the other skills are, apart from the ones that like they can see, it's learn, basically.
So we are personally responsible to discover ourselves.
Yeah. Eventually, we are. We have to just pay.
I think I broke you up in the middle where you were trying to tell us your work through the top in your digital marketing career.
I didn't hear. I should tell what. I didn't hear.
I said, I think I broke you up in the middle where you were talking about you giving us the your career.
So how I got into digital marketing, eventually, how I got into, I was after school and after the NYSC, after all those things, after all the struggle, being lost, trying to learn barbing, I did one interview with one guy on the island, Steven Olia, and he told me, Steven Onia or Miro Onia or something. I can't remember his full name. And he told me that I was supposed to be a marketing man for him. Talking to clients. It was a software development company on the island in Lagos. And he said, okay, you have to get me clients. I was supposed to be working on the streets and getting him clients. However,
working on the street and getting people that want to develop software.
Yeah, I want to develop apps.
Like you literally walk on the street to ask people, do you want to develop apps?
Yes, I checked from the beginning of Allen roundabout to Okwebi language more than once.
Let me ask, did you find anybody?
No.
Wait, literally, you're walking on the street of Lagos and ask people, hi, do you have anything to be there?
No, I'll just look for a company or a shop or something that looks like they should need a website or need an app, and I work in.
Okay.
And I started doing that, and it wasn't yielding any fruit. So I decided to go from outbound marketing to inbound marketing. So naturally, I just told myself, I'm not going anywhere until I'm sure that somebody needs the service. So I told the man, and the man was like, okay, that's another strategy I can use. So he said we should come up with content. He said first, we should go and find lead. I don't know if that platform still exists. We should go and be looking for organizations and find lead. Find lead is like a yellow page where you can find them organizations, depending on industry. You can find what they do, their phone number, and if they have an email address or a website, you can find it. Whoever find it was them. And I did. I remember that I still have the paper. I wrote out more than 500 companies. More than 500 on the paper. So I will go online, find them, write their name, email address, phone number, and I saved all those numbers on WhatsApp. If I check my phone, I'll still find the first copy that I sent to all of them. 500. Out of 500 contacts, I still have some of them on my phone. Some of them became clients, my own personal clients afterwards. Yeah, it was, I also would, saying it now makes it look easy. If you know the pain behind it. Pain. I'm saying real pain behind it. Right. I did it. And out of like 500 people that I sent the message to, I composed. I got like 10 people to signify interest, 10 to 20 to signify interest in the message we sent. They didn't trust me because they didn't know my father from anywhere. But at least it showed that they had interest. But now I have to now take them from the awareness stage, basically, to the engagement stage. Because the first message I sent to them was, for some of them, was making them aware of the problem they probably had and the solution I could provide, to engaging them and then converting them, making them subscribe or convert them to a potential client. So in many organizations, that funnel, different people take different stages. I took for those guys, for my first set of clients, the entire marketing funnel was on me. The entire customer journey was on me. So I created that piece of content then, and it worked. We eventually got like 8 people to pay the money then. That was the happiest period of my life at that time, because I've never done anything like that. The guy gave us a contract then and said, if we make 500K, he'll give us 10% of whatever we make. I made it. I was the only one to make it. The others were still going on the streets. I refused to go on the street. I refused to. Eventually, when they realized that my skill was working, they started copying my skill and they started making some money too. So I went from outbound marketing to inbound marketing. So when everybody's on the street, I'm always the only one in the office. The guy could not shout at me. Normally, he shouts at everybody, but he could not shout at me because I was bringing money by sitting in the office. So, and then after a while, after like 2 months, just looked at me, was like, the content I created was great. And for it to convert without people knowing me and knowing the brand that we're working for, that means I might have something. And they said, okay, I should pay him. See, someone I was working for, I should pay him to improve my skill. Wow. I was like, you paid me 50K. Sorry, 47,000 because it took tax out of it. But instead of 10%, 50K, 47,000. And you're asking me to pay you 50,000 naira to now improve the skill. You're taking the money I gave you, you gave me back from me. That's what you're doing, Jara. But, you know, for some great reason, I spoke with my mom about it. My mom was like, just do it. Like, if it's going to improve, if this is the story you've told me and it's going to improve, do it. My mom gave me 15,000 naira extra then that. If that one's old body, you should give the money to him. And I was like, okay, no problem. And I gave the man this money. And he started teaching me. He said, first off, go and write pieces of content. Imagine that we are a company that wants to do ads on Facebook. He first showed me how Facebook ads work and all of that. And then he said, imagine I want to run ads on Facebook. I'm going to create content for it. Then he will correct the content I created. And we did. I used to close in the office 5 p.m. then, but I didn't see the office till 9 p.m. We're always together for those from like 6 to 9, because 5 to 6, you're actually to rest from the day's work and all of that. And then I started learning, running ads, LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads, then, and yeah, Google ads as well. Yeah. Using keyword planner and all those things. And we started, and I was creating content. You know, this guy was making money from my content and did not tell me. Wow. Because customers was running ads in my content. I thought we were just testing that. Nobody was saying it literally. But customers were coming to the company from that content and the ads were running. So it was fun. For me, it was fun because I was learning and I was feeling good. And then I started realizing that people were looking for my skills everywhere. And then after like an extra
at that point, do you already know that you're doing digital marketing?
No, I didn't know.
Okay.
In my head, I was doing inbound marketing, inbound sales and marketing. That was what's in my head. Then I didn't know anything. Then I joined another company. And then I started doing inbound sales and marketing too, because that's what I thought I had. So then what I was doing was create call scripts, emails, write some short articles and LinkedIn articles, all those short things, writing it for the company. And then the day my life was going to change was the company was HR and business consulting firm. They had the clients that needed graduate trainees in the north. But people were refusing jobs in the north at that time because there was so much insurgency there. It was crazy in the north. So nobody wanted to take any job in the north, especially young people. And then they needed to get people to take the job because the clients were not paid if they don't get the number of people that they wanted. And then they've been trying, and it didn't work out. And then someone out told them about LinkedIn ads. And he now came to me and I said, on your CV, you posted that you used to run LinkedIn ads where you were before. Oh, yeah, come and run this now. And I was like, oh, simple thing. I created the content. I created everything. I told the visual artist then what I wanted in the visual. So image copy and then caption. I told the guy image copy, I'll do the caption. And then when I did, we ran the ad. It was in the evening we finished running the ad. I set the ad in motion in the evening. And then the following day when we resumed, I opened my laptop. We already had over 1,000 applications. And then at the third day, we already had 3,000. And then the COO then saw it and was like, okay, yeah, he has the skill. And then they moved me. The company had a tech arm for the business. So because of my flair and all those things, so the way I used to give at work, they just said, I joined tech arm of the business, and then they changed my designation to digital marketer. And that was it.
That is story.
And that's how we started. And then there was so much pressure. I remember that my first couple of months, I cried. Hey God. Because it was now so much pressure because they felt like, okay, you have the skill. They were expecting so much from me. They didn't know that, okay, I had the skill, but it was not refined yet. It was crude. You know, it wasn't refined. I needed training to refine me. But they didn't understand that early enough. They just thought, okay, I have the skill. You should go and be doing it. It was now later they realized that, okay, it's not like this guy has learned anything. He just has everything he has right now is God's gift. It's just in it. We need to refine it and make him better. And luckily for me, they did. And yeah. And then I just got better and better and better. I'm not where I want to be yet, but like everybody says, very cliche, but
yeah,
but
like everybody says, I'm hearing that.
Yeah, but yeah, I it got better, and yeah, I'm here now.
Your journey is amazing. Yes,
Yeah,
really amazing.
thank you.
And I'm proud to call you my boss. So, how did you get your biggest job so far? I know you have done a lot of big jobs. And was there any pressure? How was the confidence level when you got the biggest job so far? And was there any pressure where you had to doubt yourself even after going through so much training and having the gifts?
Honestly, I stopped doubting myself only about a year and a half or 2 years ago. That's when my imposter syndrome almost went away. Yeah,
you've been in this game over 5 years, right?
Yes, and it only went away only like 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago. That's when it really went away.
So how did you go about it? How were you able to? What did you do to have your full confidence back?
I don't think it's just what I did. Yes, I must have worked very hard, but I think people's feedback. And if I work with you, you give somebody else my number after. You're like, the guy knows stuff. And yeah, that's how it disappeared. This job is already different from biggest success. You know, for me. Biggest job for most people is the amount of money I was paid, right? But the job that gives me joy the most. Now I have plenty of them actually, but the most recent one that gives me joy. I worked for. So you know, esports is not very big in Nigeria yet. It's big, it's getting bigger, but it's not extremely big yet.
I saw an advert recently of Dr. Seed going into that.
Yeah, contender. Yeah, contender. Yeah. Newsflash, let me just put it out there. Somebody from their team actually reached out to me to work with them, but I don't think I'll do it. But yeah, let's just move on from that. So I joined this team. They had an event coming up where they were going to host different countries to play esports in Lagos, Nigeria here. I joined them a month and a half. Sorry, about a month and some days before the event. They wanted 3,000 people at the event. And they only had, at that time when I joined, they only had 700 registered. And we had just a month to go. And they've been doing adverts for like 6 months before I joined them. And nothing was coming. And there was like 700 people. And their social media pages as well. There was about 1,200 and something people before then. Well, things were not just going as well as they planned. And then I joined the team and they told me their plans and all of that. I was like, don't worry, we'll do our job and God will do the rest. And then I got in. Luckily for me, it was around when International Women's Day was. So I said to myself, strategy, right? What's the strategy? And I'm like, first off, a lot of guys play game. And a lot of guys want to go to an event where there are people that play game. Abi? But how about the women? There are female gamers in Nigeria, but they've not taken the recognition that they deserve. They've not gotten the recognition they deserve. So I was lucky enough that IWD was coming around. So I told them that, okay, let's start like this. Let's interview one of the best female gamers ever in Nigeria for IWD. And let her tell us her journey. And let her tell us the pains and the wins in esports. And I asked again, the data that we have, how many boys are registered, how many men or female or males and it was about 90-10. 90% male, like 10% female. I was like, okay, let's first crank up the number of ladies that are there and let's see where it takes us. And after the interview, first off, our following increased and more females followed us from that. Did the interview, we pushed it. It was beautiful. Like, it was amazing. They didn't see it coming, and it was great. So we started from there. Brilliant. And then we moved from there. I told them, one thing about esports is there is no Google for esports yet in Nigeria. Let's make our platform the Google of esports. So, for example, if I'm playing a game with my friend, and my friend does a skill on FIFA, right? And I don't know the skill. There's nobody. If I ask my friend, he will not tell me because he wants to keep beating me. There's no platform that I can go to and go and search for that skill, and they show me what the skill is. So let's do that. And then we did that as well. And then when we set that up, which was brilliant, we started running normal ads. So we're creating content. We're trying to do both, connect with people in terms of need, telling them how much they will win, right? And also did the emotional part. We're showing people games from the past that they played, asking them what they felt, then trying to just get people engaged. And then, we started cranking up figures, numbers were going up. Remember, I joined just 1 month before, so I didn't have time. 1 month or something, so I didn't have time. I resumed February 28th or 27th. The event was April 1st or 2nd. So I had just March, technically, to make it work. So we went on with telling people, what they'll benefit from coming, entertainment part of it, the money part of it, if they competed in it. We also showed them how authentic we are by putting out some kind of posts, because people also need to trust that you're authentic. That's one of the problems brands have. People don't trust the brand, so they can't buy from you, right? Or they can't patronize you if you like. So yeah, we raised the trust, we raised awareness, we committed to much more engaging posts. It was difficult to get it, but we committed to it. And we had over 3,000. In fact, the tickets at the gate were over 3,000. It was a free event, but we didn't know we were going to get people. It was a free event, we're not sure. Believe me, I went to the gate. We started late, actually. I went to the gate after like some hours to see how many tickets do we have left. And they told me there were no tickets anymore. The hall was full. We had so many ladies. Like, so many ladies. I was like, wow. We just showed that our strategy worked. We connected with the ladies. Anyway, yeah.
Did you get emotional that day? Because you're already even sounding emotional
I did.
now.
I did. It was very nice for me because I had just 1 month. I didn't know we could achieve it. But I just had a plan, and I was hoping that the plan will work out. It was a calculated plan as well, to be fair. It's not like I just wrote some things. I thought about it. Okay, if we had more men, that means we need to increase the number of women first. Let's first increase that one. That one will give us numbers first. And then let's start getting more people. So we did SMS campaign, we did email campaign, we did paid ad, YouTube ads. Yeah. And all of that, it really worked. And yeah, we got our figures that day. It was fun. Yeah, it was a great event. And yeah, after that, something that made me even feel better. I wrote an article after it. I wrote an article about the event, and then we got another client from the article. I'm like, a client from Tanzania from the article. They came in and they actually read the article and they were like, these are the guys. And so I was like, okay. And those things just help your confidence and let you know that you're not an imposter. You're not a fluke. You're the real deal in this space. So yeah. So that's like the most recent one that I can say I had fun doing. It was early in the year, around April, May eventually, plus the article I made. So yeah, that's it. I've had other ones, scary ones too. But yeah, We always manage to do great stuff. We always manage to do.
So anytime I have a conversation like this, I believe you've learned so much from your experience, literally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it didn't just bounce there. You know, some people's story, your story is so organic. Some people's story is, I saw that this is one of the trending things, then I applied to a school or to do a professional course, then I did it, then I got a job, then the journey started. That was it for some people, but your own was really organic. You did the real deal, actually. So if you're in a hall of right now, all full of youth and youth that are confused about what to do with their life, and probably have just a minute to open up their hearts to see, how would you address them?
Man, I'm still a youth too.
I think that's, youth talking to youth. I think it would be more relatable that way. If it was an elderly man to me, I would feel like probably I know in this generation, you really don't understand. But someone that might have gone through everything I would have gotten an excuse and was able to scale through it. I think I want to hear from such a person.
Yeah. So this thing I'm about to say, sorry, if I was writing it, I would have put it in a better way, but it's going to come in bits. First off, trust the process, like Mikel Arteta. We'll be telling everybody, trust it. It's always hard. I've had people asking, most people suffer before things get better. No, I don't agree everybody should suffer before things get better. But there's a level of pain that accompanies that process that can almost guarantee you success. I felt pain. Sometimes I just look at myself and be like, my God. I spoke with a lady yesterday, and one of the things that she told me was, I told her something years ago, like 2 years ago, and she has not stopped holding on to that thing. That anytime she almost gets depressed, she just remembers what I said to her, that, trust the process. Don't celebrate the pain as such, but believe the pain is not here because somebody somewhere wants you to just suffer. Also, pray. Really pray. I mean, should I say, pray? I mean, because of the way the world is now, I'm always confused about telling people to pray, because people always say, religion. It's not just religion. It's just, when all hope is gone, there's just one place to go. Just pray. Just believe that things will get better. Pray about it. Pray and have faith, because without faith too, prayer can be useless, right? So first thing is trust the process, pray, believe in yourself. See, all of us if you go on social media and you see things that makes you depressed, you're just messing up yourself. Like, everybody there is rich on social media, and they're not necessarily rich in real life. Focus on yourself. Like, I mean, I'm sure you're my WhatsApp, right? How many times do you see me post anything? I don't. I'm like, don't let anybody's pressure, anybody's activity, or anybody's whatever put pressure on you. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. Figure out who you are first. Trust the process. Trust that it will get better. Honestly, one of the things I want to do before I die is run a platform that I call First 100. And this is exclusive. Nobody has said this before. And the idea is
I didn't hear the name of the idea, please. First
100 days. You know that when a new governor or something gets into power, they do like an accountability session where they tell us like what they've done in their first 100 days. Right? So what I call First 100 Days is a platform where people that have gone through a particular thing. So someone like me, for example, I'm a digital marketer now, or a content creator, a copywriter, and all that stuff. I document my experience in the first couple of months that I started a particular role or career, or I'm in a particular stage of my life. I document it and I put it out there for people to read. The idea is that somebody somewhere will pick that story up and it will put the light to their path because of my own experience. They've said before that experience is the best teacher, but not everybody can have experience firsthand. But you can read up those experiences and it will teach you what to do. So, I mean, the platform is going to become, what I want to do with it is just help people see the light. It's not easy out there. I said I went to learn babbling. Do you understand how confused I was? Like,
I could imagine.
Like, just like, what am I doing? And I'm one of those guys. I don't like staying idle. No, it's not my thing. I can't sit down somewhere and just do nothing. Somebody asked me recently that if they give me money and said I should go and sit down somewhere and not work and I just make money, will I do it? I said maybe for 1 month I'll be able to do it. But you should after that 1 month. No, I can't do it anymore. I need to do something. So yeah, I think everybody just has to trust the process. Be kind to yourself. One of the ways you can be kind to yourself is to work hard. So when I say be kind to yourself, doesn't mean you should sit down somewhere and be eating chicken and drinking juice. Be kind to yourself by working hard. So trust the process, be kind to yourself. Pray and have faith. And be self-aware. Trust me, your skill might just be that hobby you think is nothing. It might just be that thing you think is nothing. As long as it's legal anyway. And I pride myself in saying that I've never done anything legal in my life. Do I even went to Lautech? Let's live with criminals. But I've never, ever, ever made money from doing something shady. Never. And I will never. I'm not suicidal, but I'd rather commit suicide than do it. So things I mentioned. Number 1, trust the process. Number 2, pray. Number 3, be self-aware. Be self-aware. The reason I said trust the process is it breaks my heart to see 19-year-olds saying that they're Sakwa, that they have to go and hustle. It breaks I'm like, what do you even know? Don't get me wrong. If you have a talent, you need to showcase at 19, yeah. But if it is the Sakwa and what you're driven to do is go and do Yahoo, yeah, you're morally bankrupt. There's no, it just breaks my heart. So yeah, trust the process is very important. Pray and be self-aware. Be very, very self-aware. Anything might be the thing. Anything might be the thing.
I told us to believe in ourselves.
Yeah, believe, of course. If you don't trust you and believe in you, how can you believe in something else? You can't. It's that easy.
I'm glad this kind of words can come from you because no one can say you don't understand. Okay, let's use that word Sakpa. You literally went through the process, and really I appreciate that you're able to give out your time to be on this platform with me. Really, it's something that this means. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Olamide. I'm a digital marketer and I'm on INTM with Tmowale.